last year. We need to create our own culture. We're starting over to this year. We're going back to 2001. We're going to recreate.
That's why the Josh McDaniels hire is sneaky good. If he can adapt to the new ways of the NFL and adapt with Drake May, you got him for a long time.
Duval. So we're back, another episode of the Dan and Ninko Show, episode 152, and this is after a AFC and NFC championship weekend. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. First and foremost, let's get into the coaching hires.
Liam Cohen, right? Jacksonville.
Duval. Yo, Jacksonville. Duval. Dude, you know it's bad when a reporter after that in an interview asks you, hey, congratulations, coach, on recent hire. Can we get one more
Duval?
Can we get one more Duval for us? And then that time he's like, Duval. Duval. Dude.
Pull it up. Put the clip up.
Jacksonville. City of Jacksonville. Duval. We about to be scoring touchdowns. Dude, what's up with his eyebrow?
I'm telling you.
His eyebrow rate is like way up there.
He's Stewart from Mad TV.
And we need to get this guy a
Mac
tighter.
Jones.
He needs to get a better fitting
looks like
shirt.
Mac Jones' older brother.
Duval.
What is the smile?
Duval.
Just the smile.
Duval.
Dude, imagine that.
Imagine that's running your locker room.
No, in front of 90 guys. Dudes from like Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Louisiana. The guy standing up there like, hey, we about to ball.
What do you think the players
let's
group
go
text?
out there, Duval.
Do you think the players group texted everybody that clip?
They're probably laughing. Like,
well, I know. That's what I mean. Like they sent all the people.
What is this dude? What is this dude? Oh, shit.
It's like Mac Jones out there. Look at him. It's the same guy.
Oh, my God.
It's his brother.
He's a very bright offensive mind, okay? He's like all these offensive coaches. They're so smart, and they can dissect defenses, and they can just swag it out with Duval.
Imagine having them two against each other going Duval. Did Mac Jones ever do a Duval?
He did
I think he did.
He did a long.
I thought he had like a press conference when they.
So funny though. It's so funny the NFL. These NFL owners, they have so much money that I guess they're going after, what are they trying to like reproduce what the Rams did with a young coach? There it is. Hold on, turn that one up. That's the second one. This is the second one. So they're asking him, can you go to the front?
Duval. Here we go.
Look at the guys.
Duval. Here we go. Duval.
So you can take the two, you could splice it. You could go Duval, and then you go Duval. He's changing it up. He knows that he messed up the first time.
Do you think they're gonna put it up as like, that they'll put those on the screen before the game?
Get the
fans going.
The funniest part about this would be like, imagine if Bill Belichick was in a press conference with the media there for the first introduction to Jacksonville, and they're like, "Hey,
Bill,
coach,
can
we get a Duval?" Yeah, I think that's what the fans say. I don't know. We got to give them something to cheer about. No, we got nothing to cheer about right now.
It would just be no.
You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
Yeah, I don't do that stuff. That's for the fans.
But that guy doesn't really have he doesn't have a large
10 years ago.
History, right?
So 10 years ago, he was, I think, in college at like the University of Maine.
He coached there, I think.
Yeah. Dude, he was at
I'll pull up his history.
New
right now.
Hampshire. Like,
He played for the Alabama Vipers in the Arena League
Alabama Vipers.
in 2010. Then in 2010, he was the quarterbacks coach at Brown. 2011 was Rhode Island University passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Then he went back to Brown.
So in 2014, he was at UMass. So in 10 years, he's from UMass to head coach.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, in 14 years, he's had 12 different places he's been.
That's wild. Well, it paid off. Dude's 20 million, 25, 30 million in the bank, no matter what.
That's a lot.
Paid off. Paid off.
That. Holy crap. Yeah, he's from Rhode Island. Where he's from. Yeah. I mean, but he pulled a Josh McDaniels. You know that?
I know. I think the Bucks are pissed about that.
Well, because he interviewed for Jacksonville. He turned the job down because they were going to leave the GM.
Oh, yeah.
They were going to leave the GM. Yes. And then he agreed to
he
a
would be
deal.
the highest paid offensive coordinator in the NFL.
And then Todd Bowles was trying to call him one day.
Didn't answer his phone.
He said he was like taking his daughter to school or something,
yeah,
and he was
right.
in Jacksonville signing.
Hold on. What? Hold on. Huh? Look, I got this bad connection here. I'm in this like metal building. I don't know. I'm at the school gymnasium with my daughter. I'm at a gymnastics class. I can't hear you. Oh yeah, I'll be back next week maybe. Yeah. Okay.
Duval.
Duval, we gonna ball.
Yeah, but they fired the GM for him.
Yeah,
because they committed to the GM and then they fired him.
Of all the coaching hires, I like the Jets guy.
I don't.
You don't? I mean, Vrabel, obviously, I think of all the coaching hires, Vrabel we all knew was like the most obvious, glaring, this is what's going to happen. The rest of them, I think
I don't really like any of them.
The rest of them are just kind of average.
Yeah.
The Saints don't even have a guy. You know what they're going to do? They're going to end up hiring the dude from Philly who, again, he looks like a kid. You think he's going to manage 90 guys in a roster and stand up in front of the podium and have accountability towards these guys? I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Yeah. Like I don't know if any of
what's his name? The OC for the Eagles. He was with the Cowboys.
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. Do you see a leader?
No,
I see a great offensive mind who's really good at offense and understands where to put the chess pieces. There's a different skill set from being a coordinator to being a head coach. It's a completely different thing. Like you have to manage every single player, and you have to understand how to motivate, how to pull guys one way, how to make guys uncomfortable, and then at the same time, they have to look at you and say, I respect that. Yes, I'll do what he's telling me to do because I respect that guy.
I just don't understand, though.
Vrabel's got it.
You hire these coaches that are like staying in spots for a year, though, in multiple places. You know, because Kellen Moore was the OC for Dallas for 3 years, and then he was the OC for the Chargers for 1 year, and then Philly now for 1 year.
Yeah, they just bounce around.
But like
the Saints aren't going to have a choice because who are they going to hire? There's nobody available.
Well, you could be like Jerry and hire Schottenheimer.
First time head coach. Hey, we got to get back to that glory hole, if you know what I mean.
That's
his third time saying glory hole. In interviews. Years ago, you go to 2013. Yes, in Dallas, we are searching for that glory holes, and we are close, but we haven't been able to get to the glory hole. Fast forward, 2018, the glory hole is close.
Got some hole on his mind.
The glory hole. I wonder what he thinks of a glory hole. Does he think of what I think is a glory hole? Does he think what is the definition? TJ, type in the
It's a tough
what
one to
is
type
the
in.
definition though?
If you type in glory hole, it's
Don't do it. Don't do it. Make sure you're on safe search. The definition of definition of.
I can't see what it says.
What does it say?
public toilet.
Don't read the second one. But what does number one say? A what? Oh, well, that's not
An untidy storage place. So he's not meaning that. He's meaning the hole in the wall of the public toilet. That's what he's meaning.
That's okay. We gotta find us some glory hole. The glory days. Glory days. Well, pass you by.
So the Patriots made a bunch of coaching hires. They're going to have a lot of coaches this year. Huh?
Beard. Yeah.
I mean,
Got a lot of Tennessee Titans coming back in here.
they just announced, too, today that that McAdoo is staying.
McAdoo is the...
Ben McAdoo, he was like an offensive assistant is what they called him last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you have him. Well, you have Doug Marrone, that's a former coach.
Doug Marrone was with me in New Orleans in 06 and 06 to 08. He was the O-line coach.
Wasn't Doug Marrone the coach that Vrabel replaced in Tennessee?
No, that was...
Oh, he was Jacksonville.
That was... who the hell was the head coach? I think it started with a P, right? Mike... Dude, I can't remember. They were a playoff team.
Trying to pull it up.
Mike Mularkey.
Yeah.
Way off.
Yeah.
P.
But they now have obviously Vrabel. They have McDaniels, who used to be a head coach.
A lot of head
McAdoo is a head
coaching,
coach. Marrone was head coach. There's somebody else they hired too, right? That used to be a head coach.
A lot of head coaching experience.
I thought there was one other one that they recently hired.
A lot of Tennessee guys coming in. A lot of Tennessee people that were 1 year somewhere else and then coming back to be with
him,
Vrabel. Yeah.
Yeah, the DC's that way.
Yep.
You know, all that. And then there's a lot of assistants that are that way that have all, which actually, I don't mind that a little bit because they're his guys. They come back, but they also now have a little bit different perspective.
That's the coaching
tree thing.
Yeah. It's not what you know, it's who you know, right? Isn't that life?
Yeah.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yep.
It's your friends, bringing guys in that you worked with, that you knew.
Yeah, now
Not bringing back Hightower.
pretty much all the guys are gone. Covington's gone. He's now
Covington is now with the
Packers.
D-line coach. Jerry.
Van Pelt's gone. Jerry Hughes.
Jerry,
Jerry Hughes?
Montgomery, the D-line coach, is with Cincinnati now.
Yep. Pellegrino's gone. The DB's coach.
He's probably going to go to
UNC.
Yeah. I bet you Belichick goes to UNC.
That's right. Brian Belichick's gone.
Brian's gone.
Pretty much everybody's gone.
The strength guys are gone.
Yeah, Slate's gone.
Slate's gone.
Mayo's gone.
Hightower's gone.
Yeah.
Hightower, I was surprised about Hightower because you would think, Vrabel being an expatriate and playing in meaningful games, you would assume, like, okay, let me keep a guy that's young. He's young. He's 33 years old. Played with the Patriots for for his whole career. I'm surprised about that one. Still under contract, I do believe. I think he is going to be getting paid this year. Which why not just keep him around? I think Hightower is 2 years.
They did 2 year deal.
Yeah.
Well, it seemed like they wanted to rid themselves. I had heard rumors that they're putting the pictures back up at Gillette.
Oh, they're putting all the pictures back?
Yeah.
All 50. all Vrabel.
The hallways, all the touchdowns.
Hey, guys, now this is how you fucking score a touchdown in the red zone. Roll the clip. I know what the hell I'm talking about. Look, this is how you get to the quarterback. Let me show you. Look, roll the tape.
Yeah.
This is how I get to the quarterback.
Yeah, this is how you catch.
This is how you catch. This is how you run. This is how you tackle. This is how you sack the quarterback. Interceptions. This is how you do it.
It's just walk every draft pick by each picture. Sit there. And
so
talk about
you
it.
go from
It's like
last year, we need to create our own culture. We're starting over to this year. We're going back to 2001. We're going to recreate the culture that we had here in 2001 with modern athletes who transfer 5 times in 4 years to become starters.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to work. They got to. Then the new the GM, I don't know if he's a GM, but you just come out and say we're going to develop toughness or something versus Wolf was like, we're going to weaponize the offense.
Yeah. Well, they weaponized it real good, huh? Fucking idiot.
We're going to weaponize the offense and not get anybody. Just going to roll it out there with an offensive line that's with like 10 different combinations of people over the whole season with a rookie quarterback.
Do you think, though, now, since you're bringing in all these coaches, I mean, they're all going to be bigger money coaches, right? I mean, if you have former head coaches that are now being coordinators or assistants or whatever, like they got to be some of the highest paid.
So I don't know how it works with moving from team to team. So if you get fired versus if you leave,
you don't owe you the money. You opt out of the contract.
Yeah, so you opt out and then you get a new contract. I think. I mean, it's gonna have to be expensive.
Yeah, but will that then impact them spending money?
But it doesn't. I don't think the salary cap.
It doesn't cut the salary cap, but like
they're still dishing out the cash.
Yeah, so you're looking at a global expense structure of the team.
This is the confusing part. You look at Miami and some of the guys that they have on their team. How do they afford everybody? They have a paid quarterback. They have Jalen Ramsey.
Because you kick the cap down the road.
Hill. You have Waddle.
It's how you structure it.
All these guys.
Yeah.
And you look at the Patriots. They have a ton of cap space. Who are they spending money on?
Nobody.
They have to spend money. They have to.
Well,
I said that last year. They have to.
Yeah, they have to spend money just because they have to. I mean, how many people are under contract right now? 30, 40, maybe. Like you have to spend money just to get people there, but
it doesn't.
They need to start doing what they used to do. Is you're spending money and kicking cap down the road as opposed to just taking all the hits in 1 year. You're kicking it down the road and you have to build a contender. Like they're now the favorites to trade for, like Tyreek Hill, the favorites to trade for Max Crosby. Like the favorites to trade for like all these big name guys.
You look at being the number 4 pick. Who's going to go first? Titans have the number 1 pick, but are they going to pick? Is Sanders a number 1 pick quarterback?
No, Rappaport is saying the Titans are going to pick either Hunter
or the defensive guy
or the end. And then the next 2 are drafting quarterbacks. So the Patriots will end up with Hunter or Carter.
I would be cool with Hunter. But I don't think he makes it.
I don't think it would be. I'd want Carter. I mean, Abdul Carter is a freak.
I would like to see Hunter as your receiver and then third down DB.
But they're projecting him as being a corner.
Really? Over a receiver?
That's what the projections show.
That doesn't make sense to me. He's a dynamic receiver. He's a playmaking receiver.
The only thing with him though is don't forget his stats.
He's a little light. He's kind of frail.
His stats got kind of padded when they were up in games and
they were
throwing
playing
the ball.
All these shitty.
But they were also still like you're up by 30 and then you're throwing the ball like deep down the field. So you are padding some stats that way. So I mean, he definitely has playmaking ability. But would you rather trade like a 2nd or 3rd round pick for Tyreek Hill or draft?
I want to draft
Hunter.
I want to draft.
I don't think so.
I don't want Tyreek Hill. I don't want Tyreek Hill.
Or just somebody like Tyreek. Another
I would take
number
Max
1 receiver.
I would take Max
Or what about
Crosby.
AJ Brown?
I would take AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Over Tyreek because I think
that's what I mean.
You're going to see Tyreek.
But would you
take
AJ
AJ Brown?
I think
he
over
already
Hunter?
had a down year, but he's so explosive, so fast. All of a sudden, if he loses a step, it's unlike AJ Brown, where if he loses a step, he's still massive.
But would you
Just
rather
go
draft,
up and get it?
Would you rather draft Hunter or trade for AJ Brown?
But can you get a first rounder?
No, I think AJ Brown would bring like a 2nd or 3rd round pick.
Yeah,
second.
Then
4th.
I would take a tackle and AJ Brown.
That's what I would take. I would take the end. I'd take Carter. If Carter's there, I think you take Carter. He's the best player in the draft.
Rusher. They definitely need a pass rusher.
He's the best player in the draft, though. You don't just like the team's not just a tackle away or a wide receiver away or anything. They need a lot of things. I mean,
Duval.
They need a lot of things.
Duval.
He just can't keep.
I wonder if he afterwards like has a person. He has to have an agent or somebody be like, bro, man,
Bro, don't say that anymore.
the dude, he really screwed that up. Now it's a meme. You know? It's like, damn it.
Don't say it.
Dude,
they ask you to say it again. Don't fucking say it.
You just did something that now everyone's laughing. Are you funny or are you serious?
But imagine if you're the
Because
owner.
that's the thing.
Though.
Like, you want to be funny or do you want to be serious?
But
Do you wanna
imagine if
be
you're
like,
the owner, though, of the team and you just signed the guy to be your head coach. Are you just like, shit? Like,
bro, all you had to do was be like, Duval.
You're like crafting the Gore-Tex jacket.
Duval. But then I get it because he's probably super pumped. Like, bro, I'm fucking 30 mil in the bank. I'm getting paid. I was in 10 years ago, my ass was up in UMass.
Duvaling it everywhere.
Like I was up in Massachusetts.
Now I'm in
coaching
Jacksonville.
UMass in front of 1,000 people. Now I'm the head coach of Jacksonville. Duval, bro. Duval.
Yeah, but isn't that such a bad, like,
I'm about to gummy it up.
how many
Loaded.
How many years does he make it as coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars?
I'm not gonna. I don't know. I'm not gonna put it out there. I don't know how he is in front of the team. I'm
Just
assuming
going off that press conference.
just the Duval.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 4 or 3 wins first year.
No, but do you think he's gone after the first year?
No, I mean nobody gets fired after the first year unless
Unless you're dry mayo.
there's something dysfunction, something. Because I don't understand. Look at the guys that only made it a year. It was just a catastrophe. Even in Jacksonville, who they fired
Urban Meyer.
1 year, right? I think it was 1 year.
Why do I think he had 2 years?
Did he have 2 years?
I don't know.
I don't think he had 2 years. I think it was I think it was like 10 games. Urban Meyer.
He didn't get fired. Did he get fired during the first year?
I think so.
Yeah, he got fired. It only shows 1 year.
Yeah, that's it. 1 year.
Was it all in the same year? he got
Collect
fired,
the
though?
money. He's probably still making a check. When was that?
2021.
2, 3, 4. Yeah. 21, 22, 23, 24. He probably had a 4-year deal.
Yeah, you're right. He got fired after 13 games.
13 games. See you later.
Didn't he like threaten to fight people and all that though, like players?
I don't know. Maybe wasn't he on this wasn't he sitting on a stool and there was like a young girl?
No, he
Something?
kicked one of the players.
I don't know.
On December 15th, former Jaguars kicker Josh Lambo publicly accused Meyer of physical abuse, saying that Meyer repeatedly kicked Lambo's leg during a warm-up prior to the team's final preseason game. Lambo said it was inexcusable for a boss at any workplace to strike his employee. After Lambo told
he's sitting in the chair. I don't know if he was coaching there or not.
Yeah. After Lambo told Meyer never to kick him again, Lambo said Meyer responded with, "I'm the head coach. I'll kick you whenever the fuck I want." Wouldn't you just get up and just like swing on him?
I think Vrabel did. I think Vrabel put his hands on him once.
Yeah, Vrabel choked him or something, right?
I don't know. I think there was Vrabel was there, and then he was like, "I'm out of here. I'm going to the Texans." But he, I think he was with him in Ohio State. Think back. Oh, look at that. I like that. Okay, put the chest on. Oh, get in there. Sorry, I'm watching Vrabel coach with the pad on his chest.
So you like the Vrabel hire, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good hire. I think in the moment.
You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show.
Yeah, what's up with these weirdos?
2012 to 2016.
2012 to 2016.
Yeah.
It's weird shit, dude. What's up with like the weird stuff?
I don't know. It's all the massage tables lately.
What?
They
What are you thinking? What are you
trade him to
thinking?
Cleveland?
Like, hey,
That's where they go to reform.
I'm a kicker. I'm a kicker, so I have some groin pain. What are you thinking? Come on, you got people saying I won't work with that guy ever again. Don't ever let me work on this guy. He's a weirdo.
That's the thing I don't understand.
What the heck?
You get all that money. Like, why are you going to a massage parlor?
No, if you're rich, just isn't the technology now?
Yeah, it's like
insane?
apps and stuff like that for that, isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean,
like Grinder or Bumble or something.
Grinder.
Isn't there something like that? I don't know. I'm out of the game. I'm 41 tomorrow, guys. 41. Nick goes 41
Early
tomorrow.
birthday.
Can you believe it's a year ago I turned 40?
That's what happens.
Holy shit. These years just go by so
I
fast.
turned 40 this year.
Who?
I turned 40 this year.
Dan, come on.
Yeah.
What are we doing? We going somewhere?
I don't know.
Let's go. I'll take you to like the Cadillac Lounge or something.
Go
to Providence.
You go pull up the Grinder app for yourself.
Grinder. Bumble? Is it Brumble or something? Is it Brumble? Grinder? Is it called
he
Grinder?
Doesn't know what it is, I don't think.
Is it called Grinder? What is Grinder? What is Grinder? Oh! No. Really? Oh my gosh. I didn't know. I don't know. What's Bumble? Is there Bumble or like a Bumbler? A Grumbler? I don't know.
Grinder. Duval.
Duval.
Might be on Grinder.
Duval, bro. He looks like a Cali vibe to him. Duval.
It was from Rhode Island.
I know. He's excited.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Dude, I didn't know that. You learn something new every day, huh?
You learn something new every day. Getting grindered out there. So do you like all these new hires by the Patriots?
I don't know. Well, the time will tell if they're good hires. I like Terrell Williams, the DC hire.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to have like a simplified defense. I wonder if he's going to be more like Detroit, 4 down, or if he's going to be, because Vrabel is from.
The rumors are that were out there is that Vrabel's going to call the plays.
Oh, Vrabel's going to be the DC?
He's going to call the defensive plays. Like Terrell Williams is going to be the DC, but the rumor out there at the whatever they're at right now is that Vrabel is going to call all the defensive plays.
Well, hopefully it's better than the last time he called plays. They were 32nd in the league. The 1 year he called plays for the Titans. Then he got a head coaching job, so it's all right.
Yeah.
But they had a bunch of, lose J.J. Watt. You lose, it's hard when you have a bunch of injuries.
Yeah.
But ask Mayo about that. Doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah.
When you have injuries, guys with high ankle sprains, guys getting arrested for, I hurt my nose.
Well, did you see that thing with Duggar, though, that they misdiagnosed his ankle and it's really a high ankle sprain? You have to have surgery after the season?
Yeah, that's
How
tough.
do you miss that?
Yeah, I think it's just a low ankle. You're fine.
You know what I mean?
We just put a cast on it. We'll just get out there. You're fine.
Yeah.
We just paid you. Can you please play?
It sucks, though, because you put him in a position, right? Like he had a terrible year. But when you start
we
looking at it
paid,
now,
don't matter.
yeah, when you start looking at it now and you needed, surgery for your high ankle sprain, of course you're going to suck, right? As a safety,
as a runner, where you have to cut and
well, I mean, he got
ground.
burned in coverage a ton, which
you can't cut, you can't run,
Yeah,
you can't
that's what I mean.
cover. So, I think the
that's a
hires
big
as of right
misdiagnosis.
now, I like Josh. I don't mind Josh coming back. Maybe he'll have something new, something different because he has a young quarterback that's mobile. I like the DC hire. I like some of the veteran guys that he brought in, as far as like Doug Marrone has been a head coach. He was at BC. He's basically out of the league. Comes back in because Vrabel worked with him. I don't know where they would have worked together.
I don't know if they overlapped or not. Let's look.
So in 2006, when I was drafted to the Saints, he was the offensive line coach 2006 to 2008, and then he went to Syracuse in 2009. So he left the NFL to go to college in 2009. Then he was the head coach, I think, for Jacksonville for a bit.
Yeah.
Then he went to Buffalo. I think he was in Buffalo when I destroyed
After
them.
Jacksonville?
Yeah.
He was the head coach of Buffalo before Jacksonville.
Okay. So I
And
kicked
then he
his
went to
ass
Alabama
for years.
after Jacksonville.
And when he knew me as a rookie, and I destroyed his offensive line as a rookie, I was freaking good. I was really good. I'm just going to toot my own horn right now. My rookie year, I was insane until I blew my knee out. My rookie camp, they had some of the best. Like we had Jeff Fain. They had Jeff Fain. They had John Stinchcomb. He was the other tackle. They had who the hell was the big tackle, big dude from Oklahoma? I was just running around these dudes. Then blew my knee out.
Yeah, Kyle wanted me to ask you. He's out at the Pro Bowl right now. He wanted me
Is
to
he
ask
playing
you,
dodgeball?
He wanted me to ask you how many Pro Bowls you made.
Oh, well, they don't really matter anymore. So when a rookie makes it because everyone just bows out and he didn't make it originally, people bowed out. So it's almost like, oh, well, we need you. We don't have enough guys. Can you please join the Super Bowl or the Pro Bowl for us? And we'll give you, a couple flags and dodgeball, and maybe we could play a few board games along the way. Film it.
He wanted me to ask you though that because he knew you were going to say that
He knew what I was gonna say.
How many? What's the most amount of sacks that you had in a single season?
Well, considering he doesn't really drop in coverage anymore, and he comes in every 5 plays and just runs up the field and gets to the quarterback with a shitty offensive line in front of him. I'm happy for him though. He could keep playing until his 40s, and
making tons of money.
He's
gonna need to hold
below
out.
average money.
He's gonna have to hold out this
for
year
a pass rusher. They ain't giving him any money. Kyle, you're 40 years old. They ain't giving you any more money.
He's gonna hold out. I guarantee he'll hold out.
They ain't gonna pay him. They have all the power. It's okay, hold out. Okay, don't report. Okay, we're gonna fine you. Okay, we're gonna draft somebody this year. Okay. Yeah, we're not paying you.
But that'd be good if you got cut because you could probably go get a bigger deal somewhere.
Not at 33 or 34. Other teams, they're so weird.
I think they will on situational pass rushers. There's been people that have been paying it. It's a big year, 12.5 sacks.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great year. But once you get to a certain age, they just don't care. Is that
had a great year?
A gimme? Does this count if you're an alternate?
What?
I'm texting him right now.
You get a little upset there. It's like angry texting.
Does it count? I said,
those thumbs go.
Does it count if you're an alternate? Who the hell are these people?
What?
Oh, those are his teammates. Looks warm.
Oh, I got to get Landon Roberts texted me the other day. He wants to come on the show, so we gotta set that
Rob.
up.
Didn't he buy like a black Lamborghini or something?
He's bought a bunch of stuff.
He's played a long time. This has got to be his 10th year, right?
It's been a while.
He's played a long time. Yes.
Like you were on the same team as him.
Yes. And I distinctly remember saying
he's 30.
He's 30, so maybe 9 years, 10 years. Dude, that just makes me old when I'm playing with guys that have played 10 years.
What do you think Tom thinks?
Dude, he hit the fuck out of people. He used to just destroy people. And when we went down to Houston to practice there for
2016, so
the Super Bowl. So we went down to Houston to practice in the University of Houston's facilities, and I was in the equipment room. They had some guys down there working, and their helmets were like in the little cubby holes. And dude, I'm looking at these helmets, and I'm like, they were just gnarled up. I'm talking creased and just completely destroyed. And I look at this equipment guy. I'm like, dude, he's like, yeah, man, we like to hit down here. I was like, damn, okay. Down here in Texas, ain't nothing like it. We like to hit.
He'd hit the shit out of people.
We like to use our heads for contact, forehead, 3 points of contact. We like to run through the face of people.
He'd hit the shit out of people.
Damn. I like to avoid. I like to swipe and move. Matrix. I had to use my head a few times. What's 2 + 2? Dude, there's this.
Let's grinder.
Dude, there's this clip. I sent it to somebody, and it's a guy talking. He's like, "Yeah, I'm basically a genius. I'm a mathematical genius. I've taken all forms of algebra. I can do long division. You ask me a question right now, I'll answer it right off the top of my head." They're like, "What's 12 + 12?" He goes, or 12 times 12. He goes, 9,600 and 200 and right now I'm tired. What? Oh man.
All right, back to the Patriots.
Back to the Pats.
There's rumors floating around about how the Mayo's exit and everything from the Patriots. I mean, you don't think we're all under the same impression, right? He got a kind of raw deal in that whole thing.
Of course he had a raw deal. You know how many people have come up to me and said, I think Mayo got a raw deal? Everybody. They're like, I don't think he got a fair deal at this thing. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah. What does he do now, though?
Well, if I was him,
yeah,
I would chill, take a year off. Dude, he's going to get paid for the next 3 years. I think he signed a 4-year deal, so he's going to have 3 more years of getting paid at least whatever. I don't know what the money is, but he's going to get paid.
$5-6 million bucks, maybe.
Why would you just jump into something and have to move and go work for somebody? And like right now, especially like most of these coaches, like if you're a first-time coordinator or a D-line coach or any first-time head coach, they didn't ever make any real money. So this is the first time that actually maybe they have a couple $1 million, right?
Yeah.
Saved. If you played and you got like $20 million in the bank and you're going to make another 10 or 15.
Yeah, you don't have to really do
What's
much.
the point of, okay, I'm going to go move my whole family to Cleveland, go be a coordinator, and maybe that head
Or be
coach
a
the last
linebacker
1 year.
coach, you know.
Yeah, or a linebacker coach, and that coach gets fired in a year. So now where am I going? You're just wandering around the United States chasing jobs when you can make just as much off interest.
Yeah.
Your interest makes you $1 million a year.
I wondered if he was going to go with like Flores, if Flores got a job.
Where's
They know.
Flores right now?
He's still a DC of
Yeah, so
Vikings.
he didn't go
I don't think
anywhere.
he got a job, which is kind of weird. I mean, he should be a head coach. in
So
the
my
NFL.
thought is, if you are the Saints and you have the availability of a guy like Brian Flores or Kellen Moore, I would almost lead towards Flo because of his ability to lead. I think
Yeah.
Like, he's got like more of a, I don't know,
he's got that
it's
hard
like
nose approach.
he's got a I don't know, not aura, but a presence.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
He did well in Miami.
I think they did him kind of raw. You know?
Because was he a one and done too?
No, I think they gave him 2 years. He had 2 seasons.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
he had a tough one there. I mean, they won games. I think he had a winning record, didn't he?
I don't know. Look up Flo's head coaching record. It was only with Miami. I think a guy that should have other head coaching opportunities is Pat Graham, DC for the Raiders. Like, he's been a guy that's been a DC for a long time now. You would assume that some of these teams would.
He was 5-11 his first year.
5-11 first year,
And then his second year was 10-6.
and they fired him after 10-6.
He had a third year.
Oh, he was there 3 years.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that. These years just kind of, they roll over year after year. Pete Carroll to the Raiders is interesting. Pete Carroll is what, 70?
They were 9-8.
He's he'll be the oldest head coach by a lot now.
Yeah, I don't understand that hire.
And they say Tom has some influence on the decision making there.
Yeah, I didn't.
Why would you think he'd go with Pete Carroll?
I think they tried to get Ben Johnson first.
And
they
that didn't work.
He didn't go there. But I don't know how your shift then is to Pete Carroll. Those are two totally different coaches,
He's
aren't they?
way different.
Yeah, like I thought maybe.
But
you
I
would
think Pete
switch to
Carroll's a good
Duval or
coach. I
something
mean,
like
I think
that
he's
then.
a very respectable. He's had a unbelievable career, but he is what, 74?
Yeah,
I think
he's
he's
up there.
74 years old.
He's up there.
So he's the oldest head coach. He's got kind of that, free spirited players coach mentality. But can you do that in Vegas? Can you have that in Vegas? That's a very tough market to kind of have that. Hey, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna bounce around.
I know.
We're gonna
Like,
get
you
things
need
done.
that-
We're gonna start now. Hey, Max Crosby, come on. We got a lot of work to do. We got to start today.
Yeah.
Let's-
You know who would have been a good coach there would be Flores,
Yes,
because he would be able to
You'd
keep
be
them
able
all
to-
on track.
But you thought maybe the guy that was just there kind of had similar. Maybe not. I don't know. Pierce.
I don't know, because I think he kind of
Seemed-
let some of them do what they wanted to do a little bit.
Yeah.
But you figured Flores would have been there, and you have the Brady tie. I mean,
He'll be a head coach. It's just
needs to be a head coach. I mean, he's better than
so
a
you
lot
look
of the head
at
coaches out there.
around the league right now. There are, what teams do you feel in one season might be an opening?
Well, let's look at the thing.
I don't
let's go
think.
both
I
teams.
think if Cleveland doesn't do anything this year, I think that's going to be an open spot.
Yeah, you could have Pittsburgh.
after one more year? Do you think Tomlin gets one more year?
Yeah, he gets one more year. But
No, but I'm saying like after
if
another
they didn't
season,
do
if they
well,
don't do anything.
we could be gone. You're talking about after next year.
Yes.
After next
So
year.
like if you are Brian Flores and you are the DC with the Vikings for another season, 25,
then you're looking for next year.
You're looking for next year. What teams?
But I think Pittsburgh could be one. Cincinnati could be one.
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, Cincinnati would be a very good destination because you have
you got to
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh right now, they don't really have a quarterback.
No.
So that's kind of a big question mark.
Yeah. Then you'd have
the Giants, definitely the Giants. That's a team.
Tennessee would be one.
Tennessee would be a team if they don't turn it around.
I'm just looking at the ones that I'm assuming that all the first-year coaches get a second year.
Assuming, yes.
Yeah. But yeah, Giants.
I could see maybe Dallas if they're really bad.
Yeah,
making a move after 1 year.
All those are good.
I don't think the Patriots,
Atlanta,
even if the Patriots went 1-16.
Yeah, they're gonna keep Vrabel.
They got to keep Vrabel.
Atlanta could be one.
Atlanta,
Carolina,
surely could be one. Carolina, Carolina could be one. Miami.
Yeah, Seattle could be one.
I like the Seattle.
Arizona. I mean,
there could be a lot more teams next year with vacancies.
Yeah, it could. It just really depends on how
I think
goes.
The Cincinnati job would be the most enticing. That I wouldn't see. I wouldn't want the Miami. I wouldn't want to touch Miami.
Miami is one that could be an opening.
Definitely be an opening there. Buffalo, maybe if they're not good next year.
Yeah, I don't know.
But Miami, you could see that opening up if they don't have like control of the locker room, and McDaniels
he could be one
loses.
that gets fired during the season
if they don't have like I said, like he was saying, he couldn't really control his leaders. They were late to meetings.
Yeah,
how do you punish or how do you fine when guys don't care? That's kind of a signal that you don't have the grasp of the players to where they don't look at you and say, "Yes, I'm gonna be here on time," because I know you aren't going to put up with that.
Yeah.
Right? So I wouldn't want to be in Miami because Tua, that situation, they paid him. He's one hit away from not being available, and he's going to have massive cap ramifications if he can't stay healthy. Like, say the guy gets one more, he's out.
Yep.
He's guaranteed whatever. You paid him. It's going to hurt your ability to pay other guys. So if looking at 2026, if I was B-Flow or any of these guys that are potentially head coaches, I think having Joe Burrow in Cincinnati would be probably the team that I would want to go to. Of all the teams, they probably have the best quarterback.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's even tough to even have that opening because, I mean, I think they would if they struggle like they did this year at the beginning of the year. I mean, lost the freaking Patriots.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But they fired the DC, which I don't agree with. I don't think it was his fault that they...
Lou Amarino.
Yeah,
whatever.
he was a good coach. He was with me at Purdue. Where did he go? I think he went to the Colts.
I want to say that.
DC? D coordinator for the Colts.
He had a bunch of
interviews. Who's the Colts head coach? Does anybody remember the Colts this year except for them beating the Patriots? What did they do this year? Don't even remember the Colts season in 24.
They were 8-9.
8-9.
Shane Steichen.
Yeah.
That's who their head coach is. I'm
so many young guys coming in now that you're just like, okay, who's the next guy in line?
So you talk about what the Patriots, if they go 1-16, they're not going to fire Vrabel. They can't fire Vrabel. Well, they can.
No, there's no way.
But if you fired Vrabel, you'd be paying 3 coaches.
There's no way. Dude, there's no way. It's he has at least 3 years right now. 3 years. There's no way.
But the thing is, if say they go out and spend the money, like they
spend the money and they miss on people,
they go 3-14. You almost have to fire them, though, don't you?
No, I mean you
can't. You put yourself in a position.
You can't.
That's why you don't fire. That's why you don't fire a coach after 1 year.
That's bad.
Because say you gave him a 4-year deal, right? Like you always give coaches 2 years, so then that way you're never paying 3 coaches at the same time.
Let's think about it. There's like Jacksonville, for example, like they had One.
I'm assuming
Two.
they might still be paying.
That's
Meyer,
what
right?
I'm thinking. If he signed a 4-year deal, this was the last year that they were paying him.
2021 was their
21, 22, 23, 24.
Yeah.
And then the coach after, who was the guy that was just there from 22 to 24? No.
Yeah, I think so.
Really? I guess, hey, if you have that much money, who gives a shit, right? Just freaking buy up anybody you want.
Yeah, it was Urban Meyer. They had Doug Marrone. But he was fired in 2020, so it looked like he had 4 years. Then Urban Meyer for the year, and then Doug Peterson for 2 years or 3 years.
Yeah, Doug Peterson.
And now Liam Cohen.
So they were paying. Yeah, Doug Peterson probably signed a 4-year deal.
Yeah, so you might be paying. You're probably done with Meyer.
You're probably done with Meyer. So you just finished with Meyer. You're going to pay Peterson for 1 more year.
Yeah.
You got a new coach in here. It's pretty wild.
I just don't understand the quick trigger on Peterson because he had a good year the year before that.
Just like society, everything's now.
2022, they won the AFC South when they made the playoffs.
Yeah, they were.
In 2023, I think I thought they were decent in 2023. 2024, they were not good. But I could have sworn in 2023 they were fairly decent.
Didn't they lose to the Pats in 22? Or when was that? Was that?
I don't think they lost the Patriots in a while.
Didn't they play the Patriots in the playoff game?
They played them this year.
No, in a playoff game. When was that?
A long time ago. That was the last Rams Super Bowl.
Oh.
Was it
2019?
Blake Bortles was quarterback?
Is that 2019?
I think so, yeah. It was Blake Bortles.
It was Blake Bortles.
Yeah.
So what do you do when you wake up? Piss? You ever see that interview with Blake Bortles?
Yeah.
He's such a meathead.
I know.
Type in Blake Bortles interview.
Bortles.
Bortles.
Piss.
What do you do in the morning? Just piss.
You weren't
God.
on that team.
No, I was retired, man. I've been retired a long time now. I've been out the game. There, right there. Dude. Such a meathead.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Usually just piss.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Usually just piss.
What's the first thing you do when you
dude, I wonder that girl was probably like, what?
You guys enjoying the show? There's a few ways that you can support the Dan and Ninko Show. First being subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Or you can become a super fan. Go to danandninko.com. First month is 50% off, so it's only $5 to subscribe. That gives you an exclusive chat with Ninko and I on Discord, access to exclusive content, 15% off our brand new merch store, which has some really cool stuff in it, our members only merch, and you get notified when we have special guests on the show. So, what do you think of the Chiefs-Bills game with all the questionable
man, a
ball
lot of
movements?
issues going on with that one. Yeah, let's dive into these games. The Buffalo Bills.
I mean, look at
The
this. Here it
first
is.
down. Now, the actual issue with that's a first down right there.
But the one judge
The play
came in with a
before
first
it,
down.
The biggest issue with this was there was the 3rd and 1
Yeah, he
is
had
set
the
up
first
with
down.
a first down
Yeah.
that should
They
have been a
didn't
first
challenge
down. And this was a really, really important drive. If they would have got anything out of this drive,
They might win the game.
they might win the game.
Yeah.
If they drive down and score. But then this is a problem. Like, this is the issue with the coaching in Buffalo. How many times do you do something that doesn't work and you keep doing it?
Yeah.
So that quarterback sneak to the left, why didn't they just flip it? and go to the right or go straight ahead instead of going to the left. Because what Josh Allen was doing, he literally
was just taking a step back.
He takes a second
left.
and then goes forward. You should just take the snap and go forward.
Just take the snap and push to the right then. And just keep changing up the direction.
Instead of taking a second to try and find a hole, that's when you get beat.
Yeah.
That's when you get knocked back, and that's what you're losing. You have to take the snap and just go forward. Just rush forward. So you can't – I'm not going to put the whole thing on the refs because they did have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go down
he
and
has
score.
a first down, though.
He did.
Twice.
He did.
Twice,
They
though.
did.
And
And
then
there was some
you also had
suspect. There
Dalton
was some
Knox drop
suspect
that ball,
things
too.
that you look at the game and they had their chances. I think he was a little nervous to start the game. You could see he had some nerves going on, but they had a chance. And even the last play where they brought the corner and they didn't have any time.
He made a perfect throw down the field, though.
He did make a good throw, but he made it really tough on himself.
Yeah.
I don't know why he went into the pressure. If he saw the pressure coming, he could have rolled to his left and gave himself a little more time. But hey, in the moment, you don't know what's going to happen. I've done shit you don't realize. You're like, what the hell was I thinking?
Yeah.
But the tight end should have caught that ball.
Yeah.
I don't love the play. Like, think about the spacing of that play. The reason they brought the corner was they had a short side field. To me, I would have got that guy out, like, wide as can be. Get him out, because the nastier you are, the closer that corner is to the edge.
Yeah.
So they just brought the pressure off the short side of the field.
Yeah,
So,
it's getting pretty bad,
Chiefs,
though.
the Chiefs,
it's a
you
bad
gotta
look for the NFL right now, isn't it?
Well, everybody is so focused on the refs.
Yeah.
You know, well, they're getting all these calls, and the Chiefs are, whatever the statistics are, they have all these stats coming down with they're favored because of this, X, Y, and Z. And Julian was actually saying, like, you can't put that. It's not the refs catching the ball. It's not the refs doing this. But in actuality, the game comes down to percentages.
Yeah.
It's all percentages. If you touch the ball a certain amount, if on a drive you get stopped, if you don't score, if you score in the red zone, if you don't score in the red zone. So one flag can affect your percent of everything. So they can affect the outcome of the game with how many times you touch the ball, how many opportunities you get to score. It's all with, hey, holding here, holding there.
Yeah, that was like
Ruins
that was like
your
the Super
drive.
Bowl. The last
the
time
Super Bowl the Chiefs were in, it was
played the Eagles.
Yes, it was
that holding,
defensive holding, which wasn't a defensive holding.
No, wasn't even close.
I think everyone's just overly tired of seeing, and this is what Patriot fans dealt with for so many years. Everyone's like, "Oh God, the Patriots again! They're going to be in the Super Bowl." Oh man, the Patriots!
Gate.
We want somebody else to win the Super Bowl.
Deflategate.
And you know, the three-peat thing, I really don't care. I think they're probably going to beat the Eagles, because when you look at the Eagles, you don't think so?
The Eagles play like they played against the Commanders. They were.
If they can run
dominant.
the football like Buffalo, I don't understand why they went away from running the ball. They were running the ball
what
successfully.
Buffalo does, though.
They were running the ball successfully.
Yeah.
And they were literally controlling the game, and then they stopped running the football.
That's what Buffalo does.
Or they did a couple stupid runs where it was like a wide pitch, and you got a TFL. Direct runs.
They always do that, though.
I don't understand it.
That's like an always thing from him. James Cook got 13 carries and averaged.
He should have had
6.5 yards.
He should have had 20 carries.
If you're averaging 6 yards a carry, why don't you just keep going? Like, you know,
he should have had 20 carries minimum.
Yeah,
but they stopped. And there were even moments where he came out of the game. I'm like, dude, why are you putting another back in? Give him the ball.
Yeah,
he's very explosive. He can catch the ball out of the backfield.
Yeah, the Chiefs' defense is not great in the run game. That's why I think the Eagles.
If you are game planning against the Chiefs, you automatically understand in gotta have it moments. They're going to blitz. They're bringing the pressure. So if you are the Eagles and you're game planning this game and it's 3rd and 5 and it's gotta have it, there's some type of 6-man pressure coming. So wherever it's coming from, you need to have some hots or alerts. Takes 2. If this guy's coming, you're the hot. And if they don't, you're just like every other team where you don't realize it. You let a free runner at you, you're done.
Yeah.
And that's what they capitalize on, is the mistakes with the offensive line. The Eagles, on the other hand, have a veteran offensive line. They have very good tackles. Mm-hmm. And they have Barkley, who, if he takes the game over, If he's running the ball with success,
if you're blitzing the secondary and you miss,
you're done.
Yeah, he's gonna make you pay. He's taking it to the house.
Yeah,
like every time.
And he has to be. And he talked about this. I was watching an interview with him, and he was saying, "I'm financially secure. I signed my contract this year. I've just been playing for a Super Bowl. He wants to win a Super Bowl. That's the icing on the cake. So this is going to be a game where I can guarantee you the dude's going to be jacked up, ready to go.
Yeah,
probably the best that he's ever going to give is going to be in this game. So if you're the Kansas City Chiefs on the flip side of that, you come into this game and you say, we don't let that guy beat us. We got to stop the run. If we don't stop the run, it's over.
Yeah.
Over.
Yeah, I mean, that game was tough on the Commanders. They turned the ball over 4 times. You're not going to beat the Eagles turn it over 4 times. 3 fumbles is a pick.
And that's where like playoffs and the pressure.
It's a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, playing in those big games, even the kickoff return. You fumble the ball, you give that team a chance. Like you have no chance.
Yeah. I mean, it was a great run by the Commanders, though, to go from what they were last year.
Great.
Dan Campbell did a great job with them.
I think that was, you look at bringing in Kingsbury.
He stayed, too.
He stayed. Yeah. I mean, which he'll be a head coach. He'll be a guy that'll be in the hunt.
Yeah. But that's why the Josh McDaniels hire is sneaky good. If he can adapt to the new ways of the NFL and adapt with Drake May, you got him for a long time.
Yeah.
Right? If he does really well, he's not.
I mean, how many guys have had a third chance of being a head coach?
But I don't think he's going to take it, though. I don't think he wants to leave the area.
This is another thing I try to tell people. If somebody's going to dangle 30, 40 million at you, you're going to do it.
But he's already had that twice, though.
I know. He's still getting paid by the Raiders right now.
Tom signs the check now.
Yeah. I would assume that he was making 10 a year.
Probably, because he was making a ton. He was
making 5 or whatever here as an OC.
Yeah,
so he was probably double his salary. Probably signed a $50 million contract.
Yeah,
and he's making every dollar of that.
I just don't think he'll leave because he never left any. Like his family stayed the whole time. I think he took the bag, right? But I don't think he'll do it again.
Second bag.
I think
the third bag.
I don't think he'll do it again. I think he'll just stay, become like
these guys. These coaches now, they have the ability
Dante
to make
Scarnecchia
$100 million.
Well, like Dante Scarnecchia, he didn't have head coaching opportunities or moving up and everything.
The way different time though.
Not really.
I bet you
just
Dante.
retired.
I bet you Scar's first contract was like 3 years, $100,000, or 3 years, maybe
45,000,
like nothing. In his last few years, he was probably making maybe, I don't know, I have no idea. But an offensive line coach now makes $1 to $2 million.
He was probably making that though back a while ago.
I don't know.
He had to
those
have been
Patriot
one of the top
coaches
ones.
were making about half of what other coaches were. Even position coaches, if you were making 500, you're making 300 or 250. If you were making 250 as an assistant, you were making 75.
Yeah,
with the Pats, because Bill knew, like, hey, you want to get into coaching? Hey, you want to be with the best organization? I'll start you out at $100,000.
Yeah,
it's like $100,000, really? It's pretty expensive here, and I'll never see my family. Well, if you want to coach, there it is. Take it or leave it. There's a million people that have resumes in. All right, I guess I'll
bite the bullet.
I'll just bend over.
I think that's a wrap for this one.
I gotta pee.
Yeah,
we didn't have a beer. Want one of these?
No, fuck
Want
no.
a dogfish?
No, I could still smell it for like a couple days.
Oh God! I made the mistake of dumping mine out in the urinal.
Oh, it just got like,
and
it
as
just
I was like,
up.
oh,
it's like a meth lab. All right, but
hey, happy Friday, everybody! Ninko's 41 tomorrow.
Yeah, happy birthday!
Thank
Ninko.
you.
And then we'll see you guys next
birthday.
week. Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all 9 yards. See you guys next week for the Super Bowl edition.
Super Bowl, Super Bears. All right, see you guys. Take care.